Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. I haven't seen you like bare face for a very long time, so you know what we're gonna do today. Get ready with me. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here in front of me are some really great products that many people love, and I've purchased this myself, but I've actually never used it before. So we're gonna dive into all of them, some old classic like primers here, and also the BB cream from Purito, It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Setting Powders, everything that I can find that very popular outside of the world that I know but I've never used. That's what we're gonna do today. So if you like this type of video, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe down below. Alright, let's get started. So starting with primer, I've got a NYX Angelville oil-free primer, and oh my god, this primer was very popular. Besides the point, just ignore my hair. I know it's just out of control at the moment. This one, I've got it for a while, but I've never ever used it. So I don't know, for some reason I just don't want to use it. I think this is more of a pore minimizing primer. When I first starting to watch YouTube, I definitely see everyone's talking about it, but now I feel like I see this more in project pans more often than any like favorite videos or something like that. So I need to try myself for the first time. Oh, it does feels like a very pore refining primer. I've got a lot of acne going on at the moment. They're not fun, but there's nothing that I can do. I've already tried my best, but I think I'm just going through a phase. Oh, it actually feels really nice. It is very silicone-y based, very heavy, but it definitely smooths my skin. Like, I'm very happy with this base at the moment. Then for the base, I've got the Purito Cica Clear BB Cream. I've got it in the shade 15 Rose Ivory. This might not be my perfect shade, but the other shade that I wanted to purchase from Yesstyle, it takes like a month to get here. I'm like, well, I might as well just get this one while I can, and I can sort of work my way around it if it's too off. If it's not, then I'll just use it. So I saw Anna as well as Jessica Brown, they're both really loving this. Let's have a quick look at the shade. It's a little bit, I guess, towards to a bit more pink or peach in my opinion. Well, we'll just give it a go. So I'll do half phase with brush, half phase with sponge. We'll see how we go. Okay, I got my It Cosmetics Kabuki brush, Complexion Perfection Bouquet brush. It gives a nice sheer glow. Oh, once you blend it, let me see. Yeah, it's still a little bit off to my neck, right? Maybe once it's settled with bronzer and everything, it'll look a bit better. I think I would more prefer something a little bit more yellow tone because I'm yellow undertone. This is a little bit more towards to pink now if I look at it. But we'll make it work. It's more for testing the formula, right? So on that side, I'll go with my sponge. I'm using this is Real Techniques, one of their like star or like galaxy collection sponge. I actually think the sponge side get rid of some of the shine. Coverage wise are pretty alright. Probably say light to light medium because you can't see a lot of the spots, scars here. That's not bad. I'm pretty happy how it looks, both with sponge as well as with brush. I think I like how around my nose looks with the sponge, but I like the rest of my face with the brush. So I might just use the sponge side to touch up around my nose, get it blended in a little bit more, but I'll leave the rest. Just the glow, I like it more with the brush. I've got two concealer here. If I show you, you'll be like, oh my god, you've never used them. The e.l.f. concealer. One is their 16 Hours Camel concealer, their original one. And then they have a Hydrating Camel concealer satin finish. I've actually used these before, once or twice. Not enough for me to have an opinion or my reviews on it because I cannot remember. And the shade that I got, the first time when I got in light peach, too light. And then the second time that I got it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go a little bit darker. So I got light beige. The shade on the internet is just horrible, and I think this is too dark. Got a feeling that if I mix the two, I'll use the dark one, mix a little bit with the light, just to like spot conceal a little bit around my face, and then we'll use the light color to brighten my under eye. I'm just using a concealer brush, Concealer Buffer by Zoeva 142. I remember these are very, very high coverage, so I might actually be able to use my like beauty blender sort of get rid of that sort of brush lines there. I haven't been doing get ready with me for such a long time because I've just been pretty much using my project pen. Everything's like sitting in front of me, so I never feel like I want to reach others, and that's not something that I want to do with my makeup collection because I do have quite intensive range. I do want to use them every now and then, so I feel like I need to do more videos so that I can actually use more of my makeup. If you hear a lovely music, that's the dishwasher's finished. I was gonna use my favorite cup, and then I realized it's washing. And I went to take my sister to school, like her singing class, and by the time I'm back, it's still washing, so you know. I definitely brighten the under eyes. I can see that from viewfinder, and if I can see that from viewfinder, that usually means it's very brightened. I feel like the BB cream is kind of darkening just a smidge. So I'm not sure about the shade. Like I'm still very struggle with the shade, whether this is a match for me. But it says it's give a healthy looking glow, flawless coverage, fragrance free. Everything else, like the performance and the finish, I really like. Just a shade. Nevertheless, let's move on to set my face. And I've got IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Poreless Finish Airbrush Powder in the shade Translucent. This is a brand new one. Never used it. It's come with a puffer. Okay, I think Angie raved about this a lot. That's what made me purchase this in the first place, and I can't open this. I've only opened like a half of it, but I think they'll do. I don't know if you can see because it's very bright, but they'll do because yeah, I'm not going to use that much. I think what Angie loves about it is it set the under eye very well, doesn't crease into wrinkles. I do have some under eye wrinkles, so I would be very happy if they can get rid of those. That will be my like goal as well. Ooh, okay. That was a lot on my hands. Glad I'm wearing a beige color today and a lot on my hand. Maybe I'll just use the one that left on my hand. It is very powdery though. I didn't think it would be this powdery. Oh, it definitely sets completely matte now. Well, that's nice. And it feels super lightweight. Like I've been using some of my setting powders, like I said, for project painting, and those definitely feels a lot heavier. This is very fine. Definitely matte my entire face. I really love it. I think I applied actually a little bit too much, to be honest. I can probably use a lot more less, but this looks good. I'm gonna use a clean brush just to brush off the exit. Alright, my camera died on me, as always. I never get the camera right. So I was trying the brow product, because I've done my brows now. I've tried the Benefit Precise My Brow Pencil. I've got in the shade, what color is it? 5. I do like this pencil. It's kind of like between traditional pencil slash crayon, sort of like waxy feeling. So it's really good and really pigmented. I just use a tiny bit and then I pretty much just feel the end of my brow, and it's working really, really well. The other one that I've been really loving is the Australia brand. It's the Monaco one. This one, I think is the shade a little bit better for my match. I don't have super dark hair. It's not like true black like if you dye your hair. So I think with this shade, the benefit when I have to use very light hand, but I can see this little travel size I can use for a long time before I finish. So I really do enjoy it, and feels some of the brow pen, or because it's so waxy, it feels like it's pulling your natural brow. This one doesn't, so it's really good. So moving on from, get back to the rest of my face. For bronzer, I've got the L'Oreal Back to Bronze Gentle Matte Bronzing Powder. This one came out last year and it was very popular. I saw many people recommend it just for that year, and I never hear anyone talk about it now, but I did kind of swatch it while I was about to buy it. I really think it's a good shade for me, so let's give it a go. It's pretty well pressed, like it's pretty nice dense, and it's given, oh, that may be a little bit too harsh. That's definitely a nice bronze color, a little bit towards to like the orangey sort of side that I prefer. I like a little bit more cool tone. I usually do bronze contour 2-in-1, so I don't have to worry about it. This is a good match for me, especially if it's summertime, if it's in Australia. Now we're winter. But I do really like the shade. Like, it works very easily around my face. The pigmentation is good and it works easily onto my cheeks. Not cheek, like around here. Nothing is too patchy that I can build it up if I want. I usually do a little bit of straight line here because this side of my face is obviously a lot bigger than the other side. So I'll do that. Yeah, this is a win so far as well. I really like it blends out so well now. A lot better. I mean, this side is still a little bit, excuse me, harsh. More harsh than this side, or harsher? Which one? But yeah, it's still very natural for my skin tone, so that's really good. Moving on to the blush, I've got the Essence D blush, or the blush. I've got in the shade 60 Beaming. I think I do have another one, and this one I smash it the second I walk out the store, when I get to the car park, while I'm trying to grab my keys. So I think I use it a couple times as well. Not enough, again, for me to have a final verdict whether I like it or not. But from my memory, I really enjoy it. It's very subtle, and yet it gives a bit of touch that sort of, you know, give you a bit of more warmth to the face. So let's go. Just dab it around here. Oh, I love it. Yes, I remember now. It's really pretty. I'm just using a Daiso brush. This is a Daiso brush collaborated with Disney. That's why I bought it. It's a synthetic brush. This one's probably $5–6, but it's actually working really well. I've been loving this. I also have their face powder brush. That's not my favorite, but this one's definitely is. Oh, that's good. It's like a little bit of burnt sort of look. I like it, especially for a winter here in Australia. I would like something like this. Essence bars are very affordable, so no wonder people are loving it. Okay, so far everything's almost like a success. Just had a quick look of my concealer. I can't say it's 100% no creasing. There was a little bit crease, but it's so minimum. I remember before I used this, it creases like crack under my eyes. So I do think the setting powder is doing a good job as well. Highlighting powder that I've chosen is the Becca Moonstones. I've used the other two shades, Opal and Champagne Pop. I love them. This is a little travel size I got before they discontinued, and I've never used this shade. Glad Becca is not completely gone. It's just under a new big brand. So if you really enjoy Becca, you don't feel like you're never gonna purchase it again, and that's a really nice beam there. Ooh, that's good. Doesn't accentuate my pores, but really give a nice sheer sort of beam to it. I love it. No wonder people are raving about a shade. And that's what I've been missing, because I always use my project pen. I never get to use these lovely shades again. Oh, that shine. Oh, it's really good. I can turn my head all day now. Just go into the eyes, which I've got the AVH Norvina palette. It's a brand new, as you can tell. I still got the box. I've never used it. I wanted to go with a bit of purple light today. I think I'm gonna play with this today for my very first time and in front of camera. And I'm not a really good person at doing my eyeshadow, so I might have to just forward this part. So I have finished my eye look. My base color was the color base, and then I realized I was not like strong enough. I use a little bit of incense as well, so combined, because my skin color is a lot darker than this. Then for my outer corner, I used the Loreal for the majority of the part, and just to emphasize the very outer corner of my eye, I used the shade Passion. For shimmer, I went for like Celestial for the majority of the eyes, and then I used Dazzling to sort of blend and goes to around the inner corner-ish a little bit more. And that's pretty much all the colors that I used. Yes, so I went a pretty neutral still, that's my comfort zone, and then just get one or two like pop shimmer color to change the look to slightly more purple or slightly more whatever other shades. But I'm really happy with the easy application and the high pigmentation, although it kicks is powdery, and I know that from ABH. I mainly used the W7 one, which is a dupe. They have similar shades like this. Like when I applied the purple, will be like, oh, this reminds me of the W7 Violet palette. I might do side by side in the future just to see if I can recreate something similar. So now I've done my eyeliner, which is nothing new, my longtime favorite, the Rimmel Exaggerated Scanded Eyes eyeliner in the shade brown, and then my Quick Flick eyeliner stamp pen just for a little bit of wing. I'm still terrible at those, but I do have a new mascara to try. This is the KissMe mascara long end curl mascara advanced film in the shade 02 brown. If you do any like Asian makeup or you're interested, KissMe is a brand that people talk about it all the time, especially back in so many days when I was little, like I was in primary school. I don't know if they're still these popular now, but apparently they're still very attractive to me. So I pick up the shade brown because I don't want to get another black mascara. I've got a couple. Brush it through and see how it goes. I don't know if you can tell from the clip where I was applying it, but looking in the mirror, it definitely lengthens, like it's super long now, and probably because it's a brownish shade. So I do have to do a few coats to actually show, like emphasize the color a little bit. So it's a very light brown. I would say if you have a blonde sort of hair or very pale skin and you want a brown color, this is definitely a good, nothing too heavy, you know, a differentiate from a black color. I'm not quite sure about volume. I do think it's more just for that lengthening. Curling is okay. It does hold the curls that I created, but that sort of lengthening is definitely one of a few mascaras that I've got so far can do that. Moving on to the last but not the least is lip. I've got three options here. I've got one from the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon. This is in the shade 05. It's a bit of wine-ish color, maybe a little bit too dark for my look today. The other two I got are the Kat Von D liquid lipstick, Lolita and Lolita 2. These used to be a holy grail for so many people. And then the lipstick as well, it's just been out for a long time. I think I definitely used this too a couple times, but I've got hundreds of lipsticks, like I'm not kidding, hundreds, and I can't remember how I feel about them. So looking at all the three shades, I reckon I might use the Lolita 2 because this is relatively a lighter shade in all the three that I've got. I like a bit of deep color, you can probably tell. I might actually just use the lip crayon to line my lips a little bit and then go in for the liquid lip. It does dry down very fast. I remember that from past, and I kind of like it and hate it at the same time. And that pretty much concludes everything for today's makeup. I haven't done my hair, but I'm in a rush that I need to go. Overall speaking, I'm happy with everything, and I think the concealer that I reckon they're very dry, I found out a way to make it work. Just to quickly set it with the Cosmetics by Pore setting powder. That's really good, and I like everything else that I try out today. So overall, it's a huge success. No wonder these are very popular, because there's good reason behind it. There's no stain on my teeth, is there? Okay. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe down below. And I've got a few videos that I'm about to film today, so you'll see me in this look in another couple of videos. So I hope you don't mind. I hope you guys will have a lovely day. Stay safe and stay positive. Hopefully you guys have some more sunshine than where I am now. So enjoy some outdoor time with family and friends. I'll see you the next time. Bye.